Hi, this is Tracy HD, and I want to thank you for joining me today for our daily Oracle and Tarot card reading. And today's reading is going to be for Wednesday, June the 17th. And we're using the Osho Zen Tarot all this week. And let's get started with the reading. As I shuffle the deck, I'm asking all light beings, angels, and God, please relay the message I need to share with my viewers for the highest good of all. And we have participation. And we have rebirth. And the last card is schizophrenia. Wow. Okay, so participation. Card number 4. Not all of these cards have numbers on them, so if I hadn't given them earlier, I apologize. This card here, card number 4, participation, is, when I look at it, again, it has powerful yellows and reds around it. And I think to myself, and what I feel from Spirit is participation. Participation to me is getting something up and moving in your life. Starting something that needs to be started. Starting maybe a self-improvement plan. Maybe starting on a new diet. Maybe starting to look for a job that's more interesting and more stimulating for you. To me, participation is getting involved instead of sitting back and waiting for things to happen in your life. Getting involved and tackling whatever it is that you need to change, whatever's not working. And when I think of participation too, I think of other people joining you. I think of joining forces together. I think of, helping out. Participation is exactly that, taking the necessary steps, participating in whatever you want to change in your life and not just sitting there and waiting for it to come to you. And the next card is rebirth. And how interesting is this? This is card number 10. And when I think of rebirth, I think of the cards we had, was it the week before last week, where we are becoming more spiritually aware. We're evolving all over this world, all over this planet, to become something different. A lot of people are discovering what it is that they've been searching for so long and going after it. When I think of rebirth, is recreating yourself, not fitting into the mold of copycatting everyone else or being like everyone else. Rebirth is like a second chance at life. I know the first half of my life was very much different than how my life is right now. Yes, a rebirth. And in order for a rebirth to come about, we cannot cling to our old ways of thinking. We can't cling to our old behaviors. We've got to discard things that are not lifting us up, and the things that are keeping us held back or held down. Let's see how the third card lines up with this. And we have 2. Schizophrenia. And look at what a scary picture that is. There is a person up here, and they're hanging literally by a thread. Their hands are grasping this wall. Their feet are still holding on to this wall. They are in limbo. And this is such an anxiety-producing card, if I must say. Card number 2, schizophrenia, is where they're holding on to what's in the past, and they're trying to reach forward, and they're in limbo here. They're not getting anywhere. They're not allowing their feet to be dislodged. And because they are connected to the past here, their feet, they're not allowed to flow forward. They're not allowed to make a change. They're not allowed to move on. And down here below are a lot of clouds. See the clouds down here? And this card here, number 2 to me, is about making decisions. And what I get from Spirit is clinging to the past. Clinging to the past where it's making you feel so crazy because you can't go back and change anything about what has been done, what has been said, what is over. And it's stopping you from fully moving into the future, fully moving into the present. This is a card of decision. This is a card where you have to decide for yourself what it is that's holding you back right now in your life. And if we did what we were supposed to over the weekend, where we were going to focus and we were going to try to make a major decision in our life that was going to improve our life and change things for the better, I know I have. And I'm really looking forward to continuing in my decision. This card here, it's a choice. Number 2 is the fork in the road. Do you go to the left? Do you go to the right? Do you keep going backward? Because if you keep going in reverse, you can't go forward. Think about it. What aren't you letting go? What aren't you letting go? Because if you don't let it go, you're going to deprive yourself of this rebirth. Yes, think about it. Some of you out there haven't made the decision. This card's telling you to think about it. You've come to a crossroads. You can't continue to keep doing the same old thing and not get the results you want. You got to change it up a bit. Whatever you've tried in the past, if it didn't work, why continue to keep trying it? If it didn't work, it didn't work. Take a different approach. Number 2, make the decision. If you haven't made it this weekend like we were urged to, you know what decision that is in your life. You know how it's affecting you. And this card's telling us that on this Wednesday, gotta make a choice. You're at the fork in the road. If you've enjoyed this reading, please subscribe to my channel because I'll be back.